What's going on, guys? This is DJ with All Day DFS. I hope y'all guys had a great weekend. I hope y'all guys cashed in all weekend. Let me know down below how it went for you. This is the After Dark edition, late night edition, early look, recap, whatever you want to call it. But I'm back. Haven't been with y'all guys since Friday, or I think Thursday night. Yeah, most likely I'm just gonna be doing videos from Monday through Friday. I work weekends, so it's really hard for me to get on here on weekends. But if I can do weekend videos, I will. But let me know how your weekend went. Let me know if y'all guys cashed in. Let me know. For me, it was a rough weekend, very rough. I mean, I had some winners, but for the most part, I didn't do great. Guys, something that I'm learning, and with these videos, I'm going to give you the recaps. I'm going to give you early picks, and I'm going to give you any kind of little strategy, advice, anything that I'm learning as I go along. I don't consider myself any kind of guru. I don't consider myself anything like that. I love sports, and I love betting on it, and I love PrizePicks. So, but anyways, just a little advice, or a little, I don't even know what you want to call it, tip, note, whatever I've noticed is that I'm in multiple discords, multiple chat groups. I'm in a lot of things that's PrizePicks. Why? Because I love it a lot, and I just want to discuss it all day, find tips, find the play, the lock of the day, find whatever I can, anything that I can inform myself to help me pick these plays and make these plays and get the locks and make money. I'm all for it. But what I've learned is that I've been losing a lot of sleep lately to wake up early to get these early locks, to get these early glitches that you just have to have because it's free money. And guys, I mean, the glitches have really not been working. I mean, the other night we went crazy because we thought we found one on LOL on the gaming, and I mean, I myself, I was so hyped up that I threw $400 on it. Because it was such a glitch, it was such an error. Come to find out, the dude that was supposed to go over went under, and the other guy that was supposed to go under didn't play after all. Thank God, because everybody would have lost big. I mean, PrizePicks would have hit the lottery with everybody because everybody was just betting huge. Didn't work. The other one was that guy from I think Illinois. He's supposed to be a projected lottery pick. PrizePicks put him at 16.5, and everybody's like, that's a glitch because he averages 20 points per game. He averages 20 points per game. So again, I fell for the hype. A lot of people fell for the hype. I put some big money on it, and I think he only got 9 points. So guys, not everything always seems what it is. These glitches, I mean, check the dude's game log. I mean, yeah, he averages 20. He's had a lot of games over 16. But there's games in there that he had under 16. So just because it's at 16 doesn't mean he can't go under it. So, I mean, I'm learning as I go along. I'm learning that a glitch, a lock, isn't always that. And I'm no longer going to place big money on these because, I mean, by all means, if you have the money and you have this, this huge bankroll, then of course. But, I have average bankroll. Like, I'm like, so I'm not gonna go and spend $400 on a glitch. But anyways, that's just what I seen out there. The other thing is again, being a part of these groups is great because you'll wake up and you'll see, hey, this guy's at he averages 10 rebounds and he's at 7 right now, or this guy. Sometimes they don't even wait for the news. Like, hey, the play the other day that again killed me was Dwayne Bacon from the Magic. Fournier, Terrence Ross were questionable. I don't know if Gordon was questionable. I don't know if Gordon was questionable or probable. But, everybody thought that those guys weren't going to play. Well, I think Ross ended up not playing. But anyways, Fournier played. And, everybody's like, oh, my God, Dwayne Bacon's at 18. Dwayne Bacon's at 18. Jump on him. And I was in that chat group, and I'm like, but they haven't even said if Ross or Fournier is out. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's 18. And I'm like, okay, I watch the Orlando Magic. I do. I'm an Orlando Magic fan. I watch them play, and I've seen this dude. He started before, and he does nothing the whole game. He runs cardio, like we like to say in the chat group. He's out there running cardio, and just everybody was just hyping it up. 18. You got to grab him. It's free money. So I went ahead and I fell for it, knowing everything that I knew, knowing that we still didn't have the news of who was playing and who wasn't playing. I fell for the hype. I put Dwayne Bacon in like 2 or 3 of my lines. I think it was 3. And then those, I'm a power player. I love playing power, which I'm learning to flex now. I'm starting to flex. But I put him in all these, in those 3 lines, and and they were all power lines. Every single person in those lines hit except for Dwayne Bacon. So again, falling for the hype. So what I'm trying to say is, just because don't get all hyped up by these groups. I'm starting to learn that the best thing to do is yeah, you might miss a play here or there. I mean, if you have 2 or 3 guys that are confident, that you're confident in their score, and you're gonna get there. Okay, well then throw that one glitch, that one guy that's supposed to surpass his full game projection just because somebody's injured, whatever it is, that lock of the day. If you already have 2 or 3 guys that you're confident in, okay, well then throw him in there, but don't run and be like, okay, I gotta freaking make a line right now just because PrizePicks is gonna catch up and they're gonna raise this guy up. 18 is too low, And I did that. Like I was rushing. That one got me. That one got me because I went ahead and fell for the hype, knowing what I knew. Doing all my research and watching the Orlando Magic. I knew that he wasn't the play, but I had to follow the field because I can't just sit there and say, okay, well, I'm not going to do it. And then I'm going to see all these guys posting their winning screenshots, and I'm like, oh my God. So I fell for it. And, I lost because of that. Then in another chat group, we had somebody upload a photo. It was of the Hawks. I forgot. I think it was like 2 days ago, of the Hawks, saying that Clint Capella wasn't going to play. So of course, as soon as I seen that, I didn't wait for Fantasy Labs or Roto Grinders, or I didn't wait for it to be confirmed. The screenshot was supposed to be, it was like actually the screenshot was an old screenshot from I don't know, a couple of days before or whatever like that, but it was supposed to be like one of those sports reporters. And so I believed it. I went right away and I locked in like another 2 to 3 lines. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 3 lines with Collins and Gallo, and come to find out, about 5 minutes after, boom, there comes the notification, Clint Capella available to play today, and it's like, oh my God. And of course, actually, Collins still did good. Collins killed it. He crushed, but Gallinari didn't get to where he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be at 27. He didn't get there, and again, I had those lines. Everybody hit. And I didn't hit because of Gallo, because I powered them and I didn't hit. So that's my advice for y'all guys. Just be careful, because there's a lot of these guys that are gurus that you see all their winning screenshots. Obviously, you don't see all the losing screenshots, but you see all the winners. A lot of these guys that are winning every single day, they're winning because they flex. They flex every single thing they do. It don't matter if it's a 3-pick, a 4-pick. Obviously, if it's a 5-pick, it's a flex already. And they flex. You know what? I think that's the way to go. I mean, I'm starting to go. Anything that I put big money on, I'm going to flex it, because it's the safe way to go. I mean, flexing, you stay profitable, and you might not profit the 10 times, but, I see a lot of winners, and a lot of them are flexed. So I think I'm going to start doing that, because I love to play powers. I mean, I've gotten smart to where I don't play. If I play a 4-pick power, it's with a little bit of money. I only go light on it. Because it don't matter if you throw 5 or 10 on it. If you hit a 4-pick power, you're going to get 10 times that money. So I'll give up $10 to get 100 all day. I'll risk that. But if I'm going to bet 50, I'm going to bet 100. I'm not going to do a 4-pick power. I'd rather do a flex, or from now on I'm going to do a 4-pick. I'd rather do a 5-pick flex, or now I'm going to start doing the 4-pick flexes. It's not 10 times your money, but it's 5 times. So if you still hit all 4, you get 5 times your money. If you don't, you're flexed. If you hit 3 out of 4, you still got a winner. So winner, chicken dinner. Any day that you don't lose money, it's a winning day. So anyways, that's my advice for y'all guys. Just be careful with all these groups and everything, because you'll see the whole field lose because everybody follows that one person, or the 1 or 2 people that say, hey, Dwayne Bacon's the play. Hey, there's a glitch right here. Jump on it. So just be careful. But anyways, big shout out to everybody in my Discord. Guys, go ahead, and if y'all are not in the Discord, if y'all want somewhere to go ahead and chat nothing but PrizePicks, not charging for nothing, it's a free room. We go in there and we help each other. We make picks. I mean, we get winners. We also get losers, just like every other group. But we're in there, and we're genuinely trying to help each other make money. It's a really cool group, so go ahead and join that Discord below. So let's get into it. As always, PrizePicks has 8 players on the board, and we start with De'Aaron Fox versus Cleveland. All right, so De'Aaron Fox versus Cleveland. They're 19th ranked overall, 14th ranked versus his position. All right, so his last, let's see what he. I always forget to check that. They got him projected at 44. So his last 5 games versus Cleveland, he only played them 3 times, and he's only went over once. Out of his last 3, he's went over once. He had a 9-burger. I don't know if he was injured or what that game, but foul trouble. I don't know. So his last 5 games overall, he's gone over 44. He's hit 44, gone over 3 out of 5, and he had another one that was a 43. So Draft Dashboard has him projected for 42.4. At 44, I mean, Fox can definitely get there. I've seen him disappoint lately. A couple people. If I play Fox, I play him single stats. I don't really play him full game. You know, I'll either play him on points or assist. So for me, it would be a fade. I wouldn't play him. And if I were to play him, if I'm only playing what's on this board, I would go ahead and play him on the under. So that's what we have for Fox. Next, we got Colin Sexton. You see, I'm already liking this 34. You know, PrizePicks has been jumping with him lately the last couple of days because some people have been picking him on the under a lot. And they had him up to like 31.5 the other day. And then he moved back up to 34. But they have him at 34 record versus Sacramento, which I already, just looking at this, I already like it. So let's see how it looks over here. I mean, we know Colin Sexton's a scorer. All right, so great matchup all across the board. You know, they're 30th ranked, 25th ranked versus his position. He's only played Sacramento 1 time, and he got a 23. So I don't know when that was. I don't know if that might have been last year, his rookie year. But in the last 5 games, he's got over 34 two times, 2 out of 5. Draft Dashboard has him projected at 33.3. So me, I like the over. I know Draft Dashboard has him projected, you know, barely. This right there, but based on the matchup, I like him for the over. Now the play that I'm gonna like more, you know, just remember that we don't have single stats on the board, but this is another tip for y'all guys. When you have a scorer, which relies a lot on scoring, you know, a Sexton, I don't know what he averages. He might average 4 or 5 boards, 4 or 5 assists. I don't know, but his scoring is his main skill. When you have that, you know, and that line looks good, go for the scoring because he could score 25 points and get 1 assist, you know, get 2 assists and 2 rebounds, and that's it. I've seen him do it before. A lot of times he doesn't really do too much else, and he might not go over 34. But if he's at, you know, projected at 23.5 points and he gets you 25 points, then boom, you got it. So with scorers, you know, always check their single stat on the scoring because that might be the play instead of going with the full game. But right here, I really like him. Full game just because it's a really great matchup, you know, and I could see him scoring, you know, close to 30 points, 25, 27, I don't know. And then if he gets those other little extra, you know, stats here and there, if he gets 4 or 5 of this, 4 or 5 of that, you're right there. So I like him for the over. Next, we got Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield's been so up and down. Like, I mean, well, lately he's been up, but in the beginning of the year, I mean, he was just like so good for the under because he was just not doing anything. But just because of his name value, like, man, it's Buddy Hield, and I would still try to get him on the overs, and he was just going under miserably, like always going under. Then lately he's been picking it back up, and he's been scoring, he's been doing stuff. But I mean, again, for last week he was the play a couple of times for the assist. He was at 3 assists, and he had been averaging, I think, close to like 5 assists. And for 2 days, I tried to get, I played the assist with him, and he got 3 both times. He tied it both times. And one time I got him at 3.5, so he was actually under, so I lost on that play. But anyways, Buddy Hield is at 31 versus Cleveland. All right, so they're 19th ranked overall, 4th ranked versus his position. So it's not a good matchup for Buddy. He has gone last 5 versus Cleveland. He's gone over 3 out of 5 times, so that's definitely good. His last 5 games overall, he's gone over 3 out of 5. Draft Dashboard has him projected at 29.1. Based on the matchup, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because Buddy's been playing good, but based on the matchup, I think I've seen him a little bit higher recently too. So based on the matchup, I think that's why he's low. I myself would fade him. I would not. I would not touch the full game. Because again, he's another one that's a scorer. He doesn't score as much as Fox, but he's a scorer. And lately, he hasn't been like getting the assists like he has. His rebounds has been, I think, right around his average, but his assists haven't been there. So if he's not doing anything else but scoring, he's not going to get you there. I mean, unless he scores over 31 points, which I don't see that based on the matchup. So I wouldn't play him. To me, I would be a fade. I would look at the single stat and see where he's at on scoring, see if it's something that looks good. I would play him on the single stat. But I would fade him. If I had to play him full game, I probably would play him on the under based on the matchup. Next, we got Jared Allen versus Sacramento. And talking about Sacramento, again, another one that was a big lock was Holmes the other night versus Washington, and he just sucked. I had him on a couple lines again. I've been so close to hitting such big amounts of money. Like I'm talking about 1,000, 1,200, a couple of them 400 or 500 winners. Just one person away. So if I would have flexed it, if it was a 5 pick, if it was a 4 pick, I still would have doubled up or made something back, but I didn't flex it. So guys, learn from my mistakes. Flex your plays. Jared Allen versus Sacramento. So he's projected at 36. All right, so it's a great matchup for him. 30th ranked, 27th ranked versus his position. His last 5 versus Sacramento, he's gone over only once. His last 5 overall, he's gone over 36. He hasn't gone over 36, so he's been on the under. His usage is very low. I mean, when he got traded to Cleveland, he started off really good. I mean, the first couple games he was crushing, and it just seems like Sexton and Garland are just like, they get so much usage. They're like ball hogs. I mean, he doesn't, unless he gets alley-oops for offensive rebounds and like putbacks or something, it looks like he's not involved in the scoring too much. So based on that, I don't know if he can get you there just on rebounds and, a couple blocks a game, if he's not really scoring that much. I would pick him on the under. Even though it's Sacramento and it's a good matchup, I just think right now he just doesn't have the usage and he's not involved enough to get you there, to get you to 36. So that to me looks pretty good on the under. But be cautious because it's a really good matchup for him. So probably what I would do again, I mean, I'm saying this a lot, but it's just because the PrizePicks is really getting good at these lines, and I mean, if I had to play Allen, I would play him under, but it's a risky move because it's a good matchup. He could come out and just get you 15 boards and 3 or 4 blocks and enough points to get there. But I would play him on. I think I would play him on the under, but I probably won't. I won't play him either unless I like a single stat about him. The rebounds might be a good look. Next, we got Karl Anthony Towns versus OKC. All right, so they're 25th ranked overall, 17th ranked versus his position. And his last, he was projected at 50. In his last 5 games, he's only played OKC twice in the last 5, and he's gotten 60 and 65. So he's definitely crushed that. And his last 5 games overall, he's gone over 50 3 times, 3 out of 5. Draft dashboard has him at 47.4. That's a tough one. I mean, I know that they have him at 47.4, and you got to remember that draft dashboard is just one website. There's multiple websites that I use for my projections, for my sheets. But based on his last 2 games versus OKC, I mean, he totally crushed. I mean, I could see him going over. But then again, he's hit the under a lot lately too, so 50 might be kind of high. This is another one that I'll probably fade. I really don't like. There's not a lot of players that I like on this board right now. I really don't. So that's just I'm just trying to give y'all guys the information to make a decision. But right now I'm not. That's not really looking too good. Next we got Anthony Edwards versus OKC, and Anthony Edwards, like he's been crushing lately. I think his last game versus Phoenix wasn't too good, but I mean, everybody has a bad game once in a while. He had a bunch of good games in a row. He hit the over. I think it was like 7 straight games. He hit the over or something like that. So I mean, without Beasley, he's been killing it. He's getting like over 20 shots per game. He's like the main man. Him in town. So 38 is really like high for him. That's the highest I've seen him at. He was at 31, 32. He was around 30. Between 31, 32 for like a long time, even 30, and now they bumped him up to 38 because he's been doing it. So Let's see how that looks. Probably passed him already. Maybe not. Where are you at? All right, he's right here. So they're 25th ranked overall, but 16th ranked versus position. So it's a decent matchup. He's only played 2 games versus OKC. He had a 42 and a 20. So in his last 5 games, he's gone over 38 twice. So he's only gone over twice. He had a 36 in there. You see, he's been going over that 31, 32, which PrizePicks had him a lot at. But 38 is really risky. Draft dashboard has him projected at 30.3. Wow. That's super, super, super under. That's 8 points under. Yeah, this is a tough one because I like Anthony Edwards. I mean, he won me a lot of money this last week, in the last couple weeks or whatever. I mean, he's been the pick to go for the over, whether it be points or full game. But 38 is really high. 38 is really high. So I would have to do more research. I would have to see tomorrow how OKC. I know what it says here in the matchup, but I want to see how OKC does versus shooting guards. Whether it be points, assists, what do they give up versus shooting guards and stuff like that. I would have to get more research into it. But 38 seems really high. Right now, if I would have to play him, I would go on the under. But even though he had over 38 last time, OKC. So, I mean, right now, it's a tough one. It's another tough one. It's like this board is really tough to me tonight. The only one that I'm liking is Sexton and maybe Healed. So yeah, right now Edwards is 38 is really high for Edwards. I think. I mean, he can get there. He's been playing well, but as you've seen in his last 5 games, he's only gone over 38. He's only gone over 38 twice. So, I don't know. That one's probably another fade for me. Next, we got Mr. Gordon Hayward, which Gordon Hayward has been a lot of people's play for the under. He's been under a lot, especially with everybody fully healthy. But now I've seen that LaMelo Ball, I think, is out for the year. I've seen that on Twitter. So he's obviously going to get a usage bump. We're going to have to see how that plays out. I can tell right now that I won't make a move until I see a couple games and see who's going to get that usage bump, who's going to be the one that benefits the most from LaMelo being out. So they're 14th ranked versus 14th ranked overall, 11th ranked versus his position. So it's not really a good matchup. And his last 5 versus San Antonio, he has not gone over 40 at all. His last 5 games, he's only gone over 41 time. Draft dashboard has him projected at 34.4. So yeah, at 40 is really high. I'm guessing PrizePicks is thinking because LaMelo's out that he's gonna see the usage bump. He's gonna be the one that benefits. You gotta think now that LaMelo's out, they're probably gonna put Devontae Graham in the starting lineup. And Devontae Graham, he's a chucker. When he was healthy, he was chucking. Last year, last year I made some money off of him. He went over a lot. So that doesn't automatically mean that Hayward's gonna see this huge usage bump. I mean, it could be Graham. Graham could be the play tomorrow when they post up. If they have Graham so low, because they've been putting Graham low lately because he came back from injury and stuff. But tomorrow, if he's low, I mean, I think right now Graham would be the play. So look out for Graham tomorrow. I seen Hayward the other night. He had a lot of assists. He was getting a lot of assists. So maybe he would take over the role as like a point forward, and have Rozier and Graham out there shooting the threes or whatever. So I would go under on Hayward. I don't see him getting the most usage out of it. I see Graham's gonna be the one benefiting, and Monk will get more playing time now, so that'll be good. Next, and the last one we got on the board is DeMar DeRozan at 42. DeMar DeRozan the other night really got me there. He got me a couple winners. I mean, he went over on pretty much every single stat. He went over on assists. He went over on points. He went over full game. So he was definitely the play the other night. 42 versus Charlotte. I never know if he's the first one on the board. All right, that's why I didn't see him. I'm not used to him being number 1 on the board. Anyways, they're 27th ranked versus his position. 27th ranked overall. 12th ranked versus his position. His last 5 versus Charlotte, he's gone over only 1 time. 42. He's only played 2 out of the last 5. He had a 53 and a 29. I'm guessing that we don't know the news. I don't know if DeJounte Murray's playing or not. If DeJounte Murray is not playing, I'm definitely going to go with the over on this. I like him. I like what he's been doing. He gets you the assist. He gets decent amount of rebounds. He scores. I like DeMar DeRozan. But the single stats might be a lot better. If Murray's not playing, I can see him being the playmaker. That was another one that with the Dwayne Bacon. This is what Derek White was another one that the gurus out there, the Twitter people, the chat groups were all over. Derek White, Derek White, Derek White. Again, I fell for it. Went for Derek White, and he did not get there. He did not. I think he got the assist, but he didn't get their full game or whatever it was. But anyways, I will go over on DeMar DeRozan right now. I like him. Well, if Murray's not playing, I will go over. If Murray plays, he might be a good play for the under because he's usually between like 37, 38, 40, in between those numbers. So 42 might be a little bit too high if Murray's playing. So keep an eye on that. That was another one that you have to keep an eye on and wait for it. Don't just automatically assume because he didn't play last game and he's questionable or looks like he's not going to play. Don't go lock in all these players just because you think that somebody's not going to play. Wait for that news to come out. It's okay if you get a point or two difference. If you're confident in that player, a point or two different might not make any it might not make any difference. If you're confident they're going to smash, 1 point, 2 points is not a big difference. Wait for the news to come out, then do your picking. Don't fall for all the hype that, this guy's not going to play today, and go get this guy. So, oh my God, Murray's not going to play today. Everybody lock in DeMar DeRozan. Then next thing you know, DeJounte Murray available to play, and you're like, oh my God, did I get him at too high? Now you're sweating it all day long, not knowing if he can get there. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan, even with Murray playing, he can get over 42. But his chances are a lot less if Murray plays. So me tonight, if I would have to, like I said, I really don't like this board. I don't like it. My pick of the night, if I had to make a pick or a couple picks, my favorite play of the night would be Sexton at 34. I think he can definitely get there. I think he's gonna have a good scoring game. He is a scorer. That's what he does. I can see him scoring good. The matchup's good. High pace game. Sacramento's high pace or whatever. I could see Sexton getting there. I like Sexton. I would pick Sexton and Hayward for the under. So those would be my two picks. I don't even have 4 picks for you guys. I really don't. I think Edwards can get there, but that is a lot higher than what they usually have him at. And he hasn't got there too often. Fox, obviously, Fox is Fox. He can get there, but it's a really good matchup. So 44. You gotta remember, before Fox was at 44, he's had a really good run lately. So they have him up at 44. But before he got to the 44, he was at all the time he would hit the under. He would never get to 40 or whatever. He was at 40 for the longest. He was even at 38 for a long time. So now he's at 44. So he can definitely get the under on that. So my favorite plays would be Sexton and Hayward under. I like Hield, but I probably like all these guys a lot better on their single stats, not full game. So that's all I have for y'all guys tonight. Again, I hope y'all had a great weekend. I hope y'all cashed in. Let me know how it went. Let me know if there's anything I can help y'all with. Guys, all we're doing is just trying to get better and better at this. Every day we get better. We take losses, but we come back hard and we get it back. And I would love to have y'all guys on my team. Come in and join our Discord. The link's down below. Like I said, it's a chat group dedicated strictly to PrizePicks. Come in there and share your knowledge. We're looking to try to find different people that know about different sports that's on PrizePicks. Right now we got, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, Jali, whatever that, however you pronounce that. Of course, we got the esports. Okay. Oh, Rocket League is up. Oh, that's what that RL is. I see RL here, so Rocket League is up already. So we got Rocket League, LOL, CSGO, anybody, CBB, college basketball. I mean, I lost some money this weekend because of the CBB, because of the glitch guy, glitch boy, that he was only 16 and a half. You better get him, and he didn't get there. But anyways, I hope y'all guys cash in, and I'll be back tomorrow with my top 5 picks. I hope y'all guys have a great night.